Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to another live Google Hangout here at Black Wealth Empowerment Live. Brothers and sisters, you are in for a treat this evening. Thank you so very much for joining us. My name is Daryl Muhammad, coming to you live from Houston, Texas, Mosque number 45 here in the southwest region of the Nation of Islam. And as always, brother, we are happy that brothers and sisters, we are happy that you came here and join us this evening. We put together a program that we know you're going to enjoy. So make sure that you go somewhere quiet, that you're somewhere quiet. You can get a pen and some paper and be ready to take notes. This is a serious platform. We have a lot of fun, but we're serious because we're helping the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, and that's something that we are more than happy to be able to do collectively as believers in the Nation of Islam. So make sure you sit back, you're somewhere quiet. You only have 2 tabs on your computer open. One tab is for your Facebook page, and the second one is for this broadcast, Black Wealth Empowerment Live. So welcome, 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 all of those of you who are here on time. And as you know, leaders don't show up on time, leaders show up early. Now, we've been in the wings waiting for the broadcast to start, brother, that are with me, and we got a sister. We have a great show for you. So, brothers and sisters, please get comfortable, enjoy yourself this evening. Since we're not really into sports and football and a lot of the craziness on TV, this can be your Sunday evening classroom to learn how to build wealth for you, your family, but most of all, the nation, your nation, the Nation of Islam, and the nation here for black people. So, brothers and sisters, welcome, welcome, welcome to another episode of Black Wealth Empowerment Live. My name is Daryl Muhammad, and I'm happy to be with you another week. I believe we're up to number 20, broadcast number 20. So we want to thank you, brothers and sisters, for being here, because if it wasn't for you showing up week after week after week after week, then we'll be just talking to ourselves, and that is not the purpose of this platform. So welcome, welcome, welcome. And as always, as most times, I'm never by myself. I have a guest here. I have a co-host here with me. This brother is not a guest. He's a co-host. He's here with us every chance he gets. He is of Black Wealth Empowerment Live. He has accepted this as his platform, and you can see that throughout the week in our private, elusive, exclusive Facebook group. This brother is our resident inspirational speaker. This brother's on the road and off the road and on the road. He makes it a priority to be with us here at Black Wealth Empowerment Live, and we're so happy and so grateful, as you should be, brothers and sisters, to have our very own with us this evening, co-hosting me in absence of Brother Jesse, who is in Washington, D.C. doing our Father's work with the Twitter book. We have with us no other than, you know him, you should expect and know who it is. It is our brother, the one, the only, the courage coach, Brother Rodney Asaad Muhammad. Brother Rodney, are you there?
Yes, sir. Assalamu alaikum, everybody. Brother Rodney Asaad Muhammad, your courage coach, coming to you live and direct from Phoenix, Arizona, where it was a very nice day today. Very like about this upper 70s, maybe low 80s today. So it's wintertime for us out this way. So we're in the depth of winter right now and just enjoying that sunshine in the depths of winter. And so, but I just want to thank you, Brother Daryl, and I want to thank our brother Jesse, for just having this platform and just really instituting this forum by which we can share these ideas, ideals, mindsets, and strategies to help each and every one of us. Because I'm learning from this platform every time we have a broadcast. I get a chance to learn something new that I can apply to my life to make my life just a little bit more better and to serve a few more people. So I thank you, brother, for allowing me to be on to co-host with you tonight. And I thank each and every person that's watching the broadcast right now. Definitely those of you watching live and those of you who are watching the rebroadcast, we appreciate you. You absolutely matter, because there is no Black Wealth Empowerment live Google Hangout the Facebook exclusive, private elusive exclusive group without you, the members, those who actually participate. So we thank you all for being on this powerful, powerful live Google Hangout.
All right, there he is, brothers and sisters, the courage coach, Rodney Asaad Muhammad. Brothers and sisters, as always, you're here, I'm here, we're here together. We need to know if you're here. We need to know who you are, who's watching, who's joining us right now live on Black Wealth Empowerment Live Google Hangout. You know what to do, brothers and sisters. We need for you to participate. Those that are already members know to go right now in the private, elusive, exclusive Facebook group, and we need for you to enter your name, your city, what mosque or study group you're with, and your business. List your business, your URL, which is your website. List all that information in there, brothers and sisters, because we are here to be an example for our people of what we can do when we come together with one common cause and we're sharing what we have with each other. So please put your name, what city you're from, your mosque or study group, and your business. If you're a student, put that in there. All right? We want to know who you are. We want to get to know each other. That's the beauty of this technology and this platform. So go right ahead and do that right now. Go ahead and put your name and what city. Now, what we want to do, for those of you who are joining us for the very first time, and you're watching the broadcast, maybe another believer invited you and shared a link with you and brought you on this evening as a guest. We want to welcome you. But in order to fully participate, all right, you need to be a part of the private, elusive, exclusive Facebook group. That's where all the happenings take place, brothers and sisters. That's where all the connecting take place. That's where we, love on each other, if you will. That's where we share with each other. That's where we get to know each other. And that's how you participate in this platform. So what do you do? How do you do that? Well, you go to your Facebook page, all right, and you put in the search box there, Black Wealth Empowerment, search, it'll come up, click join, all right? Brother Rodney Asaad or myself will go ahead and accept you as a member. The other thing you can do, right below this video, you will see livevirtualhangout.com, livevirtualhangout.com. You'll see that right below. Live virtual, I think that's what it says. Help me out, Brother Rodney Asaad. But anyway, you click down on that video, on that link, I should say, and that'll take you to our Facebook page, and that's where you click on there and you join us. Okay? So those of you who are not members who haven't joined us yet, that is what you do. All right? So everybody that's with us, make sure right now what you do is you put your name, what city, what master study group, you put in there what your business is. All right? As this platform builds, we're connecting. As this platform builds, brothers and sisters, people who need your services are going to join. All right? That's what we say we're doing with this platform. This is an incubator for the believers only right now, so we can get our businesses in order, so we can get pieces in place. So when the floodgates open, and Brother Asaad and Brother Jesse and I have to stop rejecting, ignoring the membership from our lost found brothers and sisters, we can welcome them in, and you'll be ready to receive them. You'll be ready to help them with your services. So that's why we need for you to go ahead and introduce yourself and practice these things, so when the opportunity comes, we can go ahead and take full advantage of it, so we can help our leader, our teacher, our guide, economically and financially, and that is the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. So with that being said, Brother Rodney Asaad, let's swing over to you, brother. Let us know what's going on in the private, elusive, exclusive Facebook group.
Woo, brother Daryl. Okay, we start to warm it up. You know how we get started a little. We kind of ease into it, then we get that fourth and fifth gear going a little bit later on. So right now we you know how it works, and so we just getting warmed up right now. And Sister Brandy Muhammad, as always fired up and involved. She's just Sister Brandy. I mean, what do you say, Sister Brandy? And so she said we alive, but Sister Brandy made sure she posts Brandy Muhammad and Brother Craig Muhammad family too. He said just Yummy Bakery Columbus.com, just Yummy Bakery Columbus.com. So Sister posted hers. her business, just and always that cake that shows up. I'm telling you, that is just a wonderful experience to just see that every time. But out of Muhammad Mas number 43, so you want to call Sister Brandy for all of your baking and catering needs. So it's not just baking, but also catering. So that's a beautiful thing. You're having an event, you want to definitely reach out to Sister Brandy. And of course, Brother Darren and Sister Jennifer out of Phoenix, Arizona, Muhammad Mas number 32, they are present representing 16 years of customer service. So I'm going to step out there, and I hope Sister Jennifer possibly correct me, Brother Darren. I'm hoping that they should be able to maybe coach and counsel people in better customer service. After 16 years of customer service industry involvement, I'm pretty sure that there are some jewels that they've gleaned over those years that can help all of us who own businesses and deal with the public be better in our customer service. So let's make sure everybody reach out to Sister Jennifer and Brother Darren in the private exclusive Facebook group. And if you have a question about customer service, they might be able to just give you a couple of tips. They can't give you everything, I know, but you might be able to contact Brother Daryl and see about setting up some kind of coaching calls with Brother Darren and Sister Jennifer. They might be able to get you some, get you started on the next path to taking your customer service to a next level. Let's see what else we got. Sister Jennifer is definitely welcoming all the new members. And then Sister Cassandra, let me say this, brother. Sister Cassandra says, Assalamu alaikum, brothers and sisters. So glad to be a part of the black movement. I know that I'm hooked when I don't forget about my brothers hosting the Black Wealth Empowerment. That's what I'm talking about. You want to be addicted to something. This is something good to be addicted to. Get rid of that Starbucks stuff, that Starbucks habit you got, and be addicted to Black Wealth Empowerment. That's a good thing. So we welcome you, Sister Cassandra, and we thank you for being on this live Google Hangout, being a member of the private exclusive Facebook group. So I'm checking now. I got 5 more. Let me check. I got a few more posts to approve right now. I'm pull them up right now. This is coming up. This stuff is slow today. Hold on. My sister. This is my sister right here. I can't nobody say nothing bad about this sister.
Who is that? Who is that, brother? Who is that, brother? Who is that, brother?
Okay. My sister. Y'all can't have her. My sister. This is somebody who my wife and I love dearly. Oh my goodness, she's probably one of the few people that ever been welcome in our home, anytime, day or night, whatever. Sister Betty Muhammad, you know who I'm talking about. Sister Betty Muhammad out of Muhammad Mas number 32, Phoenix, Arizona, representing Ashanti Silk Designs Enterprises, and she is the author. Let me say this: the author of Dear Holy Apostle. If you do not have the book, you deserve to read that book. And also Characteristics of a Divine Leader, another powerhouse book. So you want to get closer in touch with and a deeper understanding of the eternal leader of the Nation of Islam, you definitely want to get in contact with Sister Betty and get those 2 books. It just gives you another glimpse, and I'm telling you, it helps you close the gap to the Honorable Louis Farrakhan. You get another glimpse of our eternal leader. And I'm telling you, the closer we can get to him, the closer we ultimately are getting to the Honorable Louis Farrakhan, who is ultimately trying to get us to him. So you might want to definitely pick up those books if you're wise. And so Sister Betty is with us tonight. Sister Cassandra just posted in. Oh, Cassandra C. Jackson, Houston. Let me see what she got. Ooh, she got a website here. It's an Echo Nuts affiliate program. Oh, she doing, wow, some good stuff there. Got detergent and all kind of good stuff there. Soap and whatnot. Okay, watch out now. You can earn affiliate commission. Oh, see, he's talking about wealth here, Sister Cassandra. Let me go ahead and prove that so the believers there in the Black Wealth Empowerment can get access to that. That's what you're talking about. Getting your income.
But Rodney, does Sister Betty have a website there? Some way to buy the book for the members can click on it later on and buy her book?
Let me find out. She's listening right now. Sister Betty, go ahead and post that in there, how we can get your book. I believe we have to email her direct. You know what? And because you're saying that, Brother Daryl, what I'm going to do, I'm going to have to reach out to my Sister Betty because Sister Betty is one of our pioneers.
Yes, sir.
One of our serious pioneers, and she's still soldiering. That's the thing. Saying pioneer is like she done retired already, but Sister Betty is still actively involved in the Nation of Islam, and so she ain't some pioneer and just out the pasture somewhere. She's involved. So what I want to do is I'm going to assist my sister. If Sister Betty does not have a website, What I'm going to do is I'm going to assist her in getting that taken care of, so that way believers can go on a website and pick up her book. Even if it's through my website that I have, we'll put it there. That way they can get it, and she'll be able to get the book going with a lot more ease. So, Sister Betty, please put in a private exclusive Facebook group how people can get that book right now. If you don't have a website, don't worry about it. I'm going to reach out to you, and we're going to work that out so we can get you digital so people can buy the book anytime, day or night, no matter where they are, and you have to do minimal work to get that done. Brother Michael Carlos, of course, our brother. This is my superstar brother right there, boy. I tell you one thing. There's a few people in this country that I wish was my daddy, and Brother Michael Carlos is one of them. Every time I see that brother, it's like, dang, if I had a daddy like him, that'd be dope. Like, man, I love that brother. Because he just carries himself with such dignity, such poise, and he's always kind, gracious, and it's just somebody to emulate. And so that's what the envelopes for our kind say. Children want you to be their father. And that's the kind of character you got to have, where a young man can look at you and say, man, I wish he was my daddy. And that's all right. And so Brother Michael Carlos Muhammad out of Muhammad Mosque number 32, Phoenix, Arizona, representing blackwealthtraining.com. He is our resident Science of Getting Rich study coordinator and wealth psychology advocate. So definitely Brother Michael Carlos Muhammad. And Sister Mavis Jackson Muhammad, my mama.
Mavis, Sister Mavis.
That's right. It's in the house with the Overcomers Foundation Counseling Consultation. She's out of Houston, Texas. She's a charter member of the Mighty Muhammad Mosque number 45 in H-Town.
Mighty.
That's right. Sister Mavis Jackson is in the house. I heard some I did some investigation on Sister Mavis. I've heard so many great things about that sister. Man, boy. Now I know why I'm in love with that sister right there as my mama. And then Sister Cassandra, make sure she said Cassandra is in the house. So that's what we have right now. And so the members are fired up right now. Members are fired up. Oh, hold on. We got another one. Hold on. Let me get. Oh, Sister Denise Renee Muhammad. Said my energy website is napower.com. Oh, come on. She got this. She said she meant to add it to her preview. Don't worry about it. Better now than never. And so she's North American Power. And so Sister Denise Renee Muhammad is now posted her business out there too as well. And so she's out of Muhammad Mosque number 45. What's the one over 45 is all over the place.
45, representing.
And she's the marketing director with Soul Purpose. So Soul Purpose is doing big things out there. And so Sister Denise Renee Muhammad is in the Black Wealth Empowerment chat room right now getting it in. So that's what we have, Brother Daryl. Turning it back over to you, sir.
All right. Welcome, brothers and sisters. Whatever it is that you do, part of the purpose and mission of Black Wealth Empowerment is for us, the experts, to show you how to take your talents and use it for your nation. Use it to help the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. You see Brother Asaad's doing that. You see Brother Jesse's doing that. You see Brother Michael Carlos is doing that. Allah gave you skills. He gave you talents. He gave you an experience, working experience, that now we can use to help the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. This platform is to show you how you can do that. Brother Asaad mentioned Sister Jennifer, Brother, there are 15 years of customer service. That's something that you can help the members, the believers of Nation of Islam that are members with BWE. Help us with our customer service skills. All right, those of us that are in business, those of us in sales know that it costs you more money to get a new customer than it does to keep the customer you have happy. That's customer service. But there's a way that you go about doing it. We have to know those ways. I'm good at what I do. Brother Saad's good at what he does. That doesn't mean we're good at everything that we need to be good at in order to be effective, in order to be very, very successful at what we do. All right, that's why we have to come together. The Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad taught us that all of us together make Allah, make up Allah. All right, what means is where I'm weak, you're strong in, we come together. Now I'm strong in that area. So brothers and sisters, be prepared. Be prepared. We're calling on each and every one of you to step up, step forth, to come on this platform and make your talents known to the world so all of us can help the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. No more sitting on the sideline and having him do all the heavy lifting. It's time for us to lift this burden for the minister. So we do it within the lane that we're working within. And Brother Asaad, what I want to do, brother, just make a pin note here. What we want to do, brother, is we want to add a series to BWE, a Get to Know the Author series, all right? So between now and the next couple of weeks, brother, if you will, make a list of all the authors you know in the Nation of Islam so we can platform them on Black Wealth Empowerment Live, okay? That's
Yes.
what we want to do. We need to know Sister Betty. We need to know you. We need to know all the authors of the Nation of Islam, because, brothers and sisters, we should have, in truth, we should have our own Barnes & Noble website, Brother Asaad, our own Barnes & Noble website, where if you're in the nation first, then black people in general, you have a book, put it on there, right? And then we can go to our Black and Noble bookstore website and buy our books. See, it won't be how do I find Sister Betty's book? Go to blackandnoble.com and get the book there. Brothers and sisters, where there's a lack of opportunity for some, there's an opportunity for an entrepreneur. Always remember that. All right? I just gave somebody an opportunity, $1 million idea right there. Right there. Just jumped out on you on Black Wealth Empowerment Live. All right? Just jumped out there at you. All right, brothers and sisters, so welcome. If you're just getting here, you have joined us. You have come to the right place. If you're about wealth, if you're about financial empowerment, if you're about financial freedom, if you're about paying off your debt, if you're about just having enough financial resource to where you don't have to worry, you can do what you want to do when you want to do it. Brothers and sisters, there's thousands and millions of people that live just like that every day. They live what the rest of us call a dream life. If that's what you want, that's what we want, and that's why we're here, and you're at the right place. You're at Black Wealth Empowerment Live Google Hangout. My name is Daryl Muhammad. I'm coming to you from Houston, Texas, and we have some folks that's on standby. We have a great program for you, brothers and sisters. We do nothing less, brothers and sisters, than bring you our best. Put that in the private, elusive, exclusive Facebook group. Do nothing less than your best. Do nothing less than your best. That's what we try to do right here at Black Wealth Empowerment Live every week. And this is not what we do for a living. This is what we call charity, Brother Asaad. This is what we call charity. We're not doing it for money. We're doing it as our way of giving back, our way of saying thank you, Master Farad Muhammad. Thank you, the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad. And thank you, Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, for waking us up and giving us enough love for each other that we would do this for free as our best effort to help your man, to help the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. So welcome, brothers and sisters. You're at the right place. Now, if you're here for the first time and you're not part of our private, elusive, exclusive Facebook group, then you're not part of Black Wealth Empowerment Live. If you're not part of the group, the best you can be, the most you can be is a fly on the wall. And that's not a good place to be, brothers and sisters, because sooner or later somebody's going to recognize you. They're going to roll up a little piece of paper and pop and smack you right on off the wall, because that's not where you should be. Nobody welcomes flies. All right? So, brothers and sisters, go to the private, elusive, exclusive Facebook group. How do you do that? You go to the link below this video, livevirtualnetworking.com. Live Virtual Net. Click on that. Do that right now. That'll go to your Facebook page. And click join so Brother Asaad can join you into the conversation. That's where all the happening's at. If not, brothers and sisters, you're really looking from the outside in through the outside window, looking at it, all of us having a good time, all of us partying and smiling and dancing and listening to good music, while you on the outside, you can't have fun like that. That's not exciting. You want to be on the inside. So go ahead and join us there. Go ahead and go to your Facebook page at the top left-hand corner, and you put in Black Wealth Empowerment. Click enter. You'll find us. Click join. And we want you to be a part of it. We want to hear from you. We want to know who you are. All right? We want to know who you are. That's what you do. So go ahead and do that right now, because we're about to do this thing right here, Brother Asaad. But those who've been around, we're about to do that.
They don't know what to do. They don't know what to do. They don't know what to do yet. We got to show them that right there.
They got to show it. See, I'm telling you, all on the outside looking in, and we partying here. We about to throw up our hands and waving like we just don't care. All right? But before we do that, brothers and sisters, it's time for us to pay it forward. It's time for us to take action. It's time for you to get involved. It's time for you to get to working. It's time for you to go ahead and click those buttons right above your head. Go ahead and click them. All right, start with the Facebook like button. Click that. That'll like our page. That'll get us some attention. Go ahead and click the share and put in hashtag BW Hangout. Make sure that's no spaces all together. Not hashtag BWE, hashtag BWE Hangout. Space, we are live, join us. We are live, join us. Hashtag BWE Hangout space, we are live, space, join us. All right, put that in the Facebook share. Go ahead and click comment. All right, do the same thing for Twitter. Go ahead and put the hashtag BWE Hangout space, we are live, join us. Twitter, click that. That'll send that out. That invite your friends. Now, here's the thing, brothers and sisters. If they're good enough to be your friends on Facebook, if they're good enough to be your friends on Twitter, then they're good enough to be our friends at Black Wealth Empowerment Live. All right? They're believers only, so we, of course, we'll only accept those that are believers. But go ahead and do that right now. Go ahead and hit the Pinterest, Instagram. Go ahead and pay it forward. Go ahead and pay it forward. And if you've been with us more than 1 week, you know the definition of paying it forward. Paying it forward is when you do an act of kindness for someone else without expecting anything in return. When you do an act of kindness for someone else without you expecting anything in return. So go ahead and do that right now, brothers and sisters. Go ahead and do that right now. The like, the share, put in that information, click comment. Twitter, put in that information, click submit. Instagram, Pinterest, and Google+. If you're a member of Google+, go ahead and do that as well, okay? All right, so that's what's going on. That's what you need to do. We need to pay it forward. It's time to pay it forward right now. It's time to pay it forward. So do that right now, brothers and sisters, and we're going to move quickly into the next part of our program. You know, after paying it forward, you know what comes next, right? You know what comes next, right? That's right. We are part, Black Wealth Empowerment, Live Google Hangout, and you. We're part of a major crusade. It's not just us. We're part of a major crusade. Here's what you want to do. After the broadcast, go to Twitter and put in hashtag Givers Economy and see who pops up. All right? We're part of a Givers Economy crusade. A Givers Economy crusade. Now, the definition, we changed a little bit thanks to our courage coach, because he told us you don't compete, you create. You don't compete, you create. Let me just share something with you, brothers and sisters. As you progress with us and grow with us, and you start taking advantage of Brother Rodney Asaad and his coaching programs and what he offers, brothers and sisters, you have to understand something. You know, just taking or getting involved or participating in coaching and having a coach is not enough. The coach wants to see you take what he or she has given you and implement it. So no longer do we use the word competition in the definition. This is our definition, thanks to our courage coach. The definition of a giver's economy goes like this: one who outgives others in his industry, her industry, out-earns others in his industry, her industry. The one who outgives in his or her industry, outgives others in his and her industry, out-earn others in his and her industry. Brother and sister, here's your assignment for those of us that are in business. What can you give away? What can you give away? You have to learn how to give away something. All right? You have to learn how to give away something. All right, here in Houston, Jack in the Box, every time the Texans, the football team, scored 2 touchdowns in a game. Not win, because, you know, some teams just don't win that often, but scored 2 touchdowns, they'll give you away a free taco when you buy a taco. They're participating in the giver's economy. All right? And you can do it, brothers and sisters. Sister Brandy, figure out a way to give away something and make that part of your marketing. If they buy a bean pie, they get a personal bean pie free. All right, you buy up 2, 3 bean pies or whatever it is, get them some rolls, some dinner rolls free. And put that on a flyer. Because free has always worked, and it doesn't seem, Brother Asaad, to be waning anytime soon. It still has a lot of power, that free. Lot of power free has. Okay, so give. So we're part of that givers economy here at Black Wealth Empowerment Live Google Hangout. We're part of that givers economy. So what are we doing? We're giving away. We're giving away what we have. We're giving away free consultation. All right, we're giving away free consultation. Brother Asaad is giving away free 15 minutes. I'm giving away free 15 minutes. Brother Jesse's giving away free 15 minutes. I'm sure if I ask Brother Michael Carlos Muhammad, he'll give away free 15-minute consultation. Because you lead by example, you lead by doing, not by talking. All right? So if this is your first time, if it's your first time or your 10,000th time, brothers and sisters, if you want to take advantage of the free 15 minutes, only free one time. Okay? We're going to change this probably, but we'll see. But free one time. One time free. The other times you have to pay. But one free consultation for every member of BWE. One free consultation. All right? So if you want that, you contact me and let me know who you want to have that consultation with. Brother Asaad, Brother Jesse, or myself. All right? So that's free to everybody. So if you hear the sound of my voice and you don't take advantage of that, then I don't really know what's going on. Maybe we need to call you and figure out what's going on. You have a man like Brother Asaad, all right, a courage coach. This is not something he started with BlackWealthEmpowerment.com. This brother's been doing this ever since I met him over 10 years ago. All right? Don't give your money to Anthony Robbins. Give it to Brother Asaad. Don't give your money to Les Brown. He's not in the nation. Give it to Brother Asaad, but you won't give him $1 if you haven't got the free consultation. We all need coaching. I'm about to sign up with his coaching program. We all need, if Tiger Woods need coaching, you need coaching, I need coaching, we need coaching like since we was born. All right? So brother says, please take advantage of it. But we're giving away ad spots here on BWE. You see those banners, these advertisements around the screen? Those can be yours. You have to contact our in-house graphic designer, Brother Lawrence. Brother Lawrence, okay? You contact him. His ad is popping up around the screen. You reach out to him. Now, here's the thing for Sister Brandy and others, all right? You do have to pay the brother for his time, all right? You do have to pay him for his service. But the ad spots are free, all right? I worked out a special price for him because I said, brother, how much would you charge? And he gave me a price. I said, oh, no, bro, we got to come down lower than that. We got to give him what I like, what is it called, Brother Asaad? A ridiculous offer.
That's right, ridiculous.
All right? So he has put together a ridiculous offer, brothers and sisters. We're trying to, you know, exercise the muscles that we have been taught and given by the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad that says we shouldn't boycott each other. We should support each other. Now, I'm willing to give away the spot. You should be willing to at least pay $15 to have the brother make the graphic for you. And then it's yours. You can own it. Then you can put it on Facebook. Then you can put it on Twitter. Then you can do a lot of other things with it, brothers and sisters. All right? Because I'm telling you, when we open the floodgates up for the lost founds, they're going to take over. All right? They're going to take over. Brother Rodney and Jesse and I be trying to hold on to our little hosting position because they're going to take over. Because they're not using a platform like this. You know? They're not using the platform like that. They'll come. See, it's interesting, Brother Asaad and Brother Michael. You know, it's very interesting. Other people always seem to see more value from the outside looking in of our nation than we on the inside. But that's changing right now. That's changing with BlackWealthEmpowerment.com. If you're in a business, if you have a business, if you have a book, contact Brother Lawrence so you can get your free ad spot. That's a flyer now that you can post all over social media, Pinterest, right? I mean, all over everywhere, just by patronizing your brother, and we're going to post it for free right along the side, okay? Right along the video. All right, and as we grow, that stays with that video. That stays with this broadcast, brothers and sisters. So when the replay, when they see it a year from now, 6 months from now, three months from now, 90 days, they're going to see your ad pop up. You don't get that on TV. You don't get that on radio. You get your one ad, and it's gone forever. Not here at BlackWealthEmpowerment.com, Black Wealth Empowerment Live, brothers. So that's not going to happen here. We're giving away advertisement. All right, we're giving away interviews of members. All right, we interviewed Sister Diana. We're waiting to have Sister come on here shortly. As soon as she pops up, Brother Rodney, we're going to go to her. We're going to test her mic. She's having some technical difficulties. So when she pops back up, we're going to go straight to her. So let her know to try to get on again. We're going to go straight to her as soon as she pops up. All right, and we're doing interviews. We're doing guest appearances from experts. Sister Jennifer, all y'all have expertise. All right, Sister Mavis, you have expertise in consulting. Come on and tell us how to deal with different things, how to deal with different issues. All right, so we're going to have you to come on as a guest, as a member, because one thing I realized is that our personal issues get in the way of everything else. All right, how we feel about ourselves. That's why the subject tonight, brothers and sisters, let me tell you something. The subject tonight that our brother's going to bring is more important than money. Because if you don't have your mental game together, it doesn't matter. It does not matter. That's what the enemy knows. He knows if he can control your mind, he can control your pocketbook. Let me say that again and put that in a private, elusive, exclusive Facebook group. The enemy knows if he can control your mind, he can control your pocketbook. So he doesn't worry about your pocketbook. He gives millions of dollars to Beyonce and millions of dollars to entertainers. Why? Because he controls their mind. All right? They say free your mind and the rest will follow. So guest appearances. We're tapping you on the shoulder because we want you to make this a part of your platform. Your platform. Brothers and sisters, if you have a product or service to offer, you need a platform. What is your platform? This is an incubator for your platform. So we're trying to get Sister on. I see she's popping on. She's having some difficulties. We want to try to get her on, but in the event that we can't, we're going to move forward. But brothers and sisters, we're doing everything that we say we're going to do. We're doing them. We're interviewing members. All right. We're bringing the members on to advertise their business. We want her to come on and advertise her business, what she does, and tell us something about one of her main products. You're next, Sister Brandy. You're next, Sister Jennifer. You're next. Everybody that's on here, you're next. Stand in line. You're next. All right, we're going to bring you on so you can learn how to work this platform, so you can learn how to work through these technical difficulties, because you know why?
That's right.
You will always have difficulties.
That's
and if
right.
we let difficulties stop us, then that automatically disqualifies us for the thing that we're trying to go after, okay? All right, so if she can come back on, Brother Rodney, let me know when she pops back up. I'm trying to pay attention here as well. But as soon as we can pop her up, we can see her, we can hear her. Let's bring her on because she has to leave here in a few more minutes, so she might not can get on before she has another engagement, okay? All right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, all right. So what's going on in the private, elusive, exclusive Facebook group? Anybody type in that stuff I told them to type in?
Man.
We got some rebellious ones, or who we got? We got the rebellious ones, or we got
Oh my goodness!
Who showed up?
We don't have no Shabazians. We don't have no Shabazians. We don't have any Shabazians right there. Let's see here. We got. Oh man, this. I mean, the private, elusive, exclusive Facebook group. Watching the group grow over these 20 broadcasts has been exciting, Brother Darrell. To say the least, because at first it was just to choose and fuse a few people just to tried and true that just always posted. Now everybody's getting involved. Now we got some awesome members on this private, elusive, exclusive Facebook group. Some awesome members. So Sister Betty did posted. Let us know she can get it on. You can get it on Amazon, but I also posted the direct link to her, just so you go right to this link that's in the private, elusive, exclusive Facebook group. It'll take you right to Sister Betty Muhammad's page on Amazon, and you can get both the books right there. No hunting around. You don't have to type a bunch of extra stuff. Just go ahead and click add to cart. Add to cart. That's all you got to do. Very simple. We don't want you to have to work too hard. Just add to cart. That's all you want to do. So you want to go ahead and do that now and pick up those books right now. Now, here's one thing I'll tell you all. Before Sister Tanya and I, may Allah be pleased with her, before we got married, what I did is I purchased maybe 10 to 15 copies of Sister Betty's book, and I gave them away at our wedding ceremony as wedding gifts to some key people that definitely assisted with making that day such a absolutely wonderful day. Oh my goodness, that was just just other than meeting that sister, that was probably one of the most this amazing days of my life, just as being alive outside of, being in the President Humble Louis Farrakhan, the times I get a chance to be with him. And I tell you, I made sure I gave, and you should have seen the response to those I gave the book to, and telling you, brothers and sisters, you want to get multiple copies. Don't just stop at one or two. Now, you might want to call Sister Betty if you want to start getting 10, 15, 20 of them. Give her a call. I think she'll take care of you and give you a good rate. But you want to give them away as gifts. I'm telling you, it's very powerful books. And one of the things that sold me was we have a young brother in Phoenix, Arizona, and he told me about the book. And this brother's 15, 16 years old. And he told me he was just so excited just to see him light up and talk about the tears that came in his eyes when he was reading certain parts. And just, I'm telling you, it was amazing. I'm like, wow, if it impacted this young brother like this, I deserve to buy multiple copies, one for myself and also to give away as gifts. So, sister, definitely want to do that. Sister Brandy is just she's one of our premier members. I'm gonna go out and say platinum, one of our platinum members. Sister Brandy. And Sister Brandy is always welcoming the members and just is really involved in the posts that are on there. So Sister Brandy, want to thank you for the clarity on adding the free stuff, and you really you hit a home run with Sister Brandy tonight. She's on fire with that. And brother Munikai Dawood Muhammad,
Munikai from Japan.
My brother, man, I'm come go visit that brother out there. You need to just send for me. Just send for me. Just send for me. I'll come, brother. I come. I want to go out there and stop my brother right there. And so he made sure he put in, the enemy knows that if he can control your mind, he can control your pocketbook. So him, Sister Brandy, Sister Mavis, Sister Denise, did fire it up and put all that in a private elusive exclusive Facebook group. And so that's what's going on, brother. Just the members are fired up. There's a lot to look at right now. I'm just excited. I'd be over and get caught up in the Facebook group right there. And so, and we got some posts right now pending approval. So I'm going to go ahead and start approving some of the posts right now.
Let's go ahead and bring some of those members in, bro. Because if they've been waiting 42 minutes, they might be getting kind of salty with you and I.
Yes,
so
sir.
Let's go ahead and bring them in.
Yes, sir. All right, let me get. Oh, Sister Charlotte D. Muhammad, my sister. That's one of my favorite MGTs. I got a list of favorite MGTs in the nation. Those who have just been riding out since we all first came in the nation. I know me. I was a young Muslim, back in the early 90, 89, 90, whatever it was. And so people like Sister Charlotte was just there and just always a good sister, friend, and companion in this journey called Resurrection. And so Sister Charlotte D. Muhammad is in the house, and she posted her business out there. I got to go find it. And so let me see. Let's get our new members in. Oh, this is good stuff. Oh, my goodness, this is good stuff. Brother Jerry, you was dropping some jewels right there. You was dropping some jewels, heavy jewels right there. The members, members were fired up about that. Let me see if we can get our members in. Where we got them at? Let me go over and find them. And we got some new members in here. Let me see where we at here. This is just such a wonderful thing. I got to find it. See, that's where it is. See, once you go to one screen to another screen, you like, what the other screen back at? I don't know. Oh, here we go. I see it. Member record.
Come on, DJ. DJ on the ones and twos. Come on, the ones and twos.
I will spin on the 12s. Y'all don't get it twisted. I got my MPC 5000 over here to my right. Don't get it. I keeps it hip hop too, y'all. I'm not a square by no stretch of the imagination. We got now I want to say this. We got two members we're bringing in right now, and two powerhouse members. One is just my super duper brother. I really love this brother. He's just been always consistent. Brother Abel Muhammad, student minister Abel Muhammad, is now a member of the private elusive exclusive Facebook group. And our brother Mubarak, oh my goodness, man, this is a good brother right here. Brother Mubarak Muhammad is now a member of the private elusive exclusive Facebook group. So those are the two new members that we've approved.
Okay.
Yeah, we want to be. We got a couple. We got to vet some, but right now that's where we at, and this is powerhouse. I'm loving it.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you very much, Brother Rodney Asaad, the Courage Coach. Welcome, Brother Abel, and welcome, the other brother. Give me his name again.
Brother. Oh, hold on. Just brought him in. Hold on. Oh my goodness, he just right out of my mind as soon as I said it. Mubarak, brother
Well,
Mubarak.
welcome, Mubarak, brother Mubarak. Welcome, 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 brothers and sisters. As you know, welcome them. Hit their comment tab on each one of their pictures and welcome them. Welcome them to Black Wealth Empowerment Live Google Hangout. Welcome them to BWE, and to welcome them and just tell them you're at the right place. Join us every week. All right. Welcome them right now. I need at least 3 or 4 or 5 of you all to go and welcome each and every one of them. Let's do that right now because we have a platform here, brothers and sisters. This group is like no other group out there in the Facebook universe. Please believe me. I mean, because we have so many unique parts about our group that it's hard to replicate. It's just hard to, because we have members, we have active members, they're all believers. Brother Asaad, I don't know what other platform there is for believers to come and learn about wealth building, learn about financial freedom, learn about what this world, this society, America is really about. I'm going to come on and tell you from my humble perspective what this land is really about is not what they promote. All right, but we have to understand these things, brothers and sisters. All right, we have to understand these things. The days of criticizing, I believe, America is over. Let's get and salvage whatever good the sinking boat has. All right, that's what they do when a boat is sinking. They, get all the people out, and then they try to salvage whatever they can after that. All right, okay. Now we're in the ark with Farrakhan. Now we need to get whatever we can from this sinking boat. So once the water dies down, we'll have something to build. I'll let you Bible scholars talk about Joseph and how he took the treasures with him, all right? And he took those who had wealth with him, all right? I'll let you do that, and you can come on and tell us how to do it, how it goes there in Scripture and expound on that exegesis, okay? So right now, brothers and sisters, thank you very much for welcoming those members, those new members. And what you do, here's what you do. Let's go ahead and take this thing to another level. Throughout the week, brothers and sisters, I want you to scroll deep down in there, okay? Scroll deep down in there, Premier Platinum members of BW. Scroll deep down in there throughout the week and click on some of those members that came in new, all right? That maybe hasn't responded. You haven't seen them on the broadcast. You haven't. That's why we need a roll call. Go ahead and invite them one last time. Go ahead and tell them, hey, man, you're missing out. You need to join us. Have you been on yet? No, you haven't. Join us. Okay? We're going to do that for a couple of weeks. I'm going to go in there, and I'm going to do it. And go in there and encourage those who haven't been on, who are not have not said thank you to the initial welcome post that you did 3 months ago. Go ahead and give them one more chance. Because I can tell you, Brother Asaad, what we're going to do, we're going to go through there, as I said, in college. You enroll in the class, they call your name once or twice, 3 times. After week number 2, you haven't responded, they drop you from that class. You're not on the roll call anymore. They don't keep on a roll call the whole semester. You've proven in 2 weeks you have not been there one time. They drop you off of that class. They drop you off the roll. So we're going to start doing that because this thing is serious right here. Brother Asaad is serious. Brother Asaad is serious. He's not playing. All right? Brother Michael's serious. You know he is. If you've been on those calls, you know Brother Michael. You know what I'm saying? Brother Michael is like the entertainers. When they hit that stage, they're not the same person off the stage. When they hit that stage, oh man, that's their environment. That's their space. All right? And that's how it is with Brother Michael. You're going to hear from him here in the next couple of minutes. So, Brother Rodney Asaad, you said you got your 2s and your 3s and your 4s and your 5s and your 12s. Well, it's time to go ahead and take this party to the next level. It's time to go ahead and we welcome everybody.
The flash mob.
Yeah. The flash mob. That's what we're doing.
I think this is my Wu-Tang mob right here with this.
We might have to introduce Wu-Tang to some folks, but here's the flag. Here's, brothers and sisters, we're going to do this. Brother Michael, join us. Brother Michael, Carlos, Muhammad, join us. Go ahead and join us in this flash. Brothers and sisters, here's what I want you to do. Flash mob. We just going to righteously I saw Brother Michael do something.
Yeah,
Brother Michael over there.
Brother Michael participates. Don't let me say this. He participates.
But Michael old school. But Michael don't do no 10 moves. It's just 2.
Just bam.
see, we doing all this, these 6'9" and all that. But
Come on, man, we wasting time.
Hey, but Rodney, we fighting 2, 3, 4, 15 minutes. Brother Michael, done. Brother Michael, fight over, man. It's done.
I'm about to turn the lights out.
With that knowledge, Brother Michael had, Brother Rodney, he stare you in the eye first. What was that silly joke about Prince? Don't stare in his eye, Jamie Foxx.
Right.
You stare in your eyes. If that don't get you, them do 2 little quick moves to get you, bro. That's it.
That's right.
Ain't too much out there, brother. Since we just having fun, as we said last week, if you're not having fun doing it, you're doing something wrong. Okay.
That's right.
So here we're at the point now. It's called the social media flash mob. We're gonna flash mob social media. Well, how grateful we are. We should be grateful. It's never what you don't have, it's what you do have that makes you grateful. All right? All right? And it's easy to look at what you don't have when you're talking about wealth building. All right? That's why wealth is more than just money, because we need to be grateful for the opportunity that God has given us. So open up your Facebook share button. Open it right now. All right? Now don't press comment yet, but here's what I want you to put in there. Put in there hashtag BWE Hangout, and this is a Facebook share, hashtag BWE Hangout space I'm so grateful period. Space I'm so grateful period. Put that hashtag first, because we're going to go through later on in the program. We're going to scan and see who put it and what you're grateful for. All right? So hashtag Facebook share, hashtag BWE Hangout space I'm so grateful, period. You're just grateful. All right? Great. We're just grateful. We're just grateful. All right? So be on standby. Type that in right now. Don't press comment yet. Type that in right now. Hashtag BWE Hangout space I'm so grateful, period. And at the count of 3, Brother Michael, Brother Rodney Asaad, and myself, we're going to say in unison, I'm so grateful, and at the count of 3, you're going to press the comment button. And all of a sudden, your friends who are, friends of each other, they're going to see all of a sudden, boom, I'm so grateful, all show up at once. All right? So we're looking to shock the world with the gratefulness. All right? The gratefulness. All right? To let them know there's a group of us, and I'm so grateful. We're just so grateful. All right, so we ready? Should have that in your Facebook share button. Don't press comment yet. Press comment at the count of 3. Hashtag BW Hangout space I'm so grateful, period. You ready? Ready, Brother Asaad? Ready, Brother Mike? Here we go. All right. Now get your hands ready. You ready? 1, 2, 3. I'm so grateful. All right. There it is. All right, there it is. Woo, we got Matrix going on. There it is, brothers and sisters. Thank you. You have just participated in a social media flash mob. Social media flash mob, all right? So we're practicing the skills you need to promote your business, to be successful on this social media platform. So thank you so very much, members. Thank you, Brother Rodney. Thank you, Brother Michael, for participating in that social media flash mob. That one time I did it by myself. It was like on the dance floor by yourself. Just dancing by yourself. So it's always better.
That's right.
When the dance floor has 2 or 3 people other than yourself on the dance floor. So thank you so very much. Now, members, you're not through yet. Here's what I want you to do. Go inside now, inside the private, elusive, exclusive Facebook group. All right? Go in there right now. And I want you to put hashtag BWE Hangout space I'm so grateful for. Now you tell us what you're grateful for. All right? Tell us what you're grateful for. Okay? And put something different every time. We shouldn't be short on being grateful. All right? Just look around. Look at your feet. Look at your nose. Look at the window. So look out of the window. So you can have so much to be grateful for. So put in the private, elusive, exclusive Facebook group. Hashtag BWE Hangout space I'm so grateful for. I'm so grateful for. All right? Do that right now. And as I said, later on in the program, we're going to hashtag that and search it through the group and see who followed instructions, who did it right, and what you're grateful for. Because you're really sending that out into the universe. Brother Michael can expound on this. You're sending it out in the universe. And Allah, Master Farad Muhammad, and Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad, they're picking up that vibration, and they're seeing what you're grateful for. We should be grateful throughout the day. Just say, thank you, Allah, for my shoes. Thank you for my feet. Thank you for my hands. Thank you for my mother. And you know what, Brother Asaad, I've learned, Brother Michael,
Yes,
the thing really to be most grateful for is the things that are that aren't pleasant. You know what I mean? That are quote unquote negative are happening to you in your life. Okay, those trials and the trials that we go through. You know, that's a whole nother of gratitude that we have to go to. But go ahead and do that right now, brother. It says hashtag BWE Hangout space. I'm so grateful for. I'm so grateful for. But Michael, did you want to say something about being grateful? How does that fit into what what Wallace D. Waddle has to say? So go ahead and share some of your wisdom. Go ahead and give them just a quick 1-minute response, because you coming on next, brother, and they got to be ready for you. They got to get ready for you.
yes, sir. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Loud and clear. Mic check 1, 2. Loud and clear.
You know Wallace D. Waddles has an entire section on gratitude, brother. If I'm not mistaken, it's I believe it's chapter 7. I know it's, yes, sir, it's chapter 7. And gratitude puts you in direct touch with God. We recognize that the Quran always says, little do ye give thanks. Thanks is a form of gratitude. So Allah has consistently given us, and Allah reminds us that some of us fail to give thanks irrespective of how much he gives us. So that's my 1-moment comment on what you just asked me, brother.
Okay. All right, brothers and sisters. Yes, sir. Well, there it is. You heard it from our in-house certified teacher, instructor. Brother said study group coordinator over the science of getting rich. Brothers and sisters, for those of you who are just joining us, welcome, welcome, welcome. You have tuned in to the best program on Sunday after your mosque or study group meeting. This is the best program for a believer after your mosque or study group meeting. This is where the believers of the Nation of Islam come together, and we learn about how we can personally help, collectively help the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan with the economic blueprint. All right? The mission of BWE is to raise the consciousness, the economic consciousness of all of our members, to raise up our consciousness, to understand what wealth is and what it takes to be wealthy. It's not about having money. You can be wealthy on $50,000. All right? You can be wealthy on whatever it is that you make. Our forefathers proved that they had what was required based on what was given to them. So we have to learn and raise our consciousness level up. We have to understand what it is to be wealthy versus have wealth. Be wealthy versus have wealth. The other thing we want to do, brothers and sisters, the mission is to make sure we understand. If that's what you want to do, if you want to have financial freedom, if you want to be wealthy, if you want to learn how this economic game is played and better understand why some have it and some don't, some come from meeker means and others don't, but the ones from meeker means pass by the ones who don't. That's what you're learning here. That's what the objective here is, to take the lid off our thinking, or as brother, our courage coach says, get rid of the stinking thinking. That has to happen first. He's going to cover that here in a very short minute. So, brothers and sisters, so we have to understand that there is a price to be paid. There's a price to be paid for everything. All right? And there's a price that has to be paid for financial freedom and wealth. And unfortunately, or fortunate as it may be, You have to pay the full price, brothers and sisters. There is no discount. There is no Walmart versus Nordstrom that you can get financial freedom from or wealth from. You have to pay the full price, and the price is different for everybody. The full price for me is different from Brother Asaad or Brother Michael or Brother Jesse or Sister Brandy, Sister Jennifer, Sister Betty, Sister Marva. All right? It's different. And you never know what that full price is until you paid it. Our platform here, our mission is to give more than the $18 per year to the economic blueprint. All right? We're going to start a drive here pretty soon, all right, to get that on a monthly basis. For those of us that give that on a weekly basis. Cut out some of our cable, cut out cable altogether, just get you a digital receiver and watch a little local TV for 6 months and give all that. Say, I'm going to pledge my cable bill to the economic program. So get ready for that, brothers and sisters, because that's what we're doing here. And Allah will bless us. Allah will bless us for our giving. So that's the mission, is to help the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan at this phase of our development here in the Nation of Islam with economic blueprint and economic empowerment. You can only give, brothers and sisters, what you have. You can't give more than what you have. So if you want to give more, you have to have more. If you want to give more money, you have to have more money. It's a simple equation. So that's what we're here to do, to help you, your family, and our nation to get more money individually so we can give financially more to the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. All right? I want us a year from now or whenever for us to get together, a select few of us, to put $100,000 apiece. 10 of us do that. That's $1 million. Do that every 3 months. That's $4 million from a group of us who are serious about this, that's going to go out and get it and will take on the mantra, I will not be defeated. Take on the mantra, I will not be defeated. Put that right now in the private, exclusive Facebook group. I will not be defeated. Brother Michael is working with a select group of those who have volunteered. He called them and said, let all them who are willing, let them come. They came, and he's working on a select group to get their minds together so they can conquer whatever it is they set their minds to. That's the mission. Now, the platform is what you see. The platform is Black Wealth Empowerment Live Google Hangout. This is the platform. This is the platform where we bring all the believers together. Identify the speakers, the authors, the business people, so we can patronize them. For those that don't have businesses, that's fine, because everybody can't be a business owner. But we can patronize. We all can patronize the believers who have businesses and are selling products or services that we need or want. That is our duty. That is our obligation, to patronize those who have products that we need or want. We are supposed to do that. That is part of our religion. Our way of devotion is the guidance that has been given to us by the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad and the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. And the message says, message to the black man, we should patronize each other. All right? If you're selling something that I use, it's just a shifting of money. I'm not asking you to buy something I sell just because I'm a believer and you don't have any need for it. That's not really smart. But if I use toilet paper, bathroom tissue, and Freedom Paper, a nation believers only, believers own paper tissue, then I need to shift some of my dollars, if not all of it, to buy some bathroom tissue from Freedom Paper. It's just that simple, brother. It says you will not get rich. What did I say a couple of weeks ago, Brother Michael? You will not get wealth until you first build wealth for somebody else.
That's right.
You will not get wealth until you first contribute in helping somebody else. That's just how it goes. I mean, I can't change the rules. You can't change the rules. So if you want to play, you got to play by the rules. You have to play by the rule. So we're bringing on experts that will give us the tools you need to learn these things. The tools you need to learn these things. As a consumer, we give you financial empowerment information like I did the last couple of times. We all can use that. All right, financial empowerment. And then also we're giving you information that business people should know. Business people have to know to take their business to the next level. That's what this social platform is all about. To show you, not tell you, show you how to use it. That's why we're bringing on everybody that's a member of BWE. We're bringing you on so you can go through the technical difficulties of getting on Google Hangout, so you can now use that platform to expand your business. Everybody in business can use Google Hangout to expand their business. Sister Marva, if you need some ideas, contact me. Sister Brandy, if you need some ideas, contact me. Use your free consultation. Brother Darrell, how can I use Google Hangout to expand my consultation business, to expand my bakery business? That's what you need to be asking. Okay? We swatting flies off the wall, Brother Michael. We swatting flies off of the wall. All right, brothers and sisters? So that's what we're doing, and we're bringing experts on with tools that you'll have to pay for. Let me say something. See, Brother Michael can get into this more, but see, it's this thing about money. You know, this thing about money. I used to be a stockbroker, and Brother Michael, and I learned something, Brother Asaad, I learned something very interesting. People, and these are not black people, but people would sit there and agree with me about the investment and agree with me about what it can do and agree with me that that's what they need, and they do all this agreeing until it's time to scratch a check, right? Make a financial commitment to invest in to invest money into the investment. Now, Brother Michael, they got to think about it. Now they're not so sure, and now it's all of a sudden so abstract. Wait a minute. 5 minutes ago, there was yes, 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 and that's how we are.
Yes,
when
sir.
it's come to make a financial decision, we come discombobulated mentally. Now we got to think about it. Now we got to check with the dog catcher. Now we got to check with Uncle Remus, who's broke.
Right.
You never ask broke people for financial advice. All right? So, brothers and sisters, we're trying to teach you here that you have to invest financially in yourself. Because the law of nature says if you won't invest in yourself, nobody else should. And nobody else will invest in you. You and I and we have to have enough sense to put our money where our mouth is and invest in ourselves first. All right? So that's what we're talking about. That's what we're going to do. Brothers and sisters, thank you. We're going to talk about now the book to study of the month. The book to study of the month has been the book to study for the last 2 months. Okay? And Brother Michael Carlos, as I said before, Brother Michael Carlos is certified. He's certified to teach and train on the book entitled The Secret, what is it? The Science of Getting Rich by Wallace Waddle.
Yes, sir.
He is certified. Allah has put in our midst for this very day. Little did we know. Allah put that in motion years ago so Brother Michael can get the certification so he can show up on BWE and teach the people who he loved the most. Those who love who he loved the most. All right?
Yeah. Yes,
So that's
sir.
how I look at it. So it's all to be culminated for this point in time. So we have that as the book of the month last month here in October. Now we're in November. And we're going to go until we exhausted, until Brother Michael Carlos is satisfied with the book, with the participants. Because it's about a change. It's not about completion. It's about making a change. So with that being said, we're going to swing it over to our brother who is doing a heck of a heaven of a job with that book. So Brother Michael Carlos, take it away and let us know what's going on with the group. Let us know about the call. Let us know about the feedback. Take about 5 minutes and tell us what's going on. Give us an update.
Yes, sir. Well, thank you, beloved Brother Darrell Muhammad and Brother Rodney Asaad Muhammad and all the believers here on Black Wealth Empowerment. It is truly an honor and a privilege for me to be here to serve the family of Muhammad. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Loud and clear. Go ahead, brother.
Thank you, sir. And there's so much I have already gleaned from this evening's conversation, and when you had asked me to come on to give an update for a couple of minutes, I thought I knew what I was going to say, but just like our beloved brother, when I read my audience or those that I want to speak with, there are other things that come to mind. And as an example, a few moments ago, as we put emphasis on gratitude, And I mentioned to you that Wallace D. Wattles, you specifically asked what is said in the science of getting rich about gratitude. And I say, I think that's chapter 7, and bam, I turn right to it. So I'd like to take a couple of moments and read to you specifically. I spoke from my heart, but I want to read to you specifically. And it is chapter 7, and Wallace D. Wattles, Mr. Wattles says, many people who order their lives rightly in all other ways, they're kept in poverty by their lack of gratitude. Wow. They are kept in poverty by their lack of gratitude. He goes on to say, they have received one gift from God. After having received one gift from God, they cut the wires which connect them with God by failing to make acknowledgement. Okay?
Wow.
He says it is easy to understand that the nearer we live to the source of wealth, the nearer we live to the source of wealth, the more wealth we shall receive. And he finishes up to say, it is also easy to understand that a soul that is always grateful lives in closer touch with God than one who never looks to God in thankful acknowledgement. Okay? What did we say a moment ago? Allah says, little do they give thanks. And Wallace D., I want to say Muhammad sometime when I'm reading this. I'm telling you, sometime I do. We made this comparison a little while ago about, in a few classes back, Islam being mathematics, mathematics being Islam, and Wallace D. Wattles says there's a science of getting rich. It's just like mathematics. So now there's some parallels here, but let me, you know, because I only got a few minutes and I want to finish what this part here he says, when good things come to us, the more gratefully we fix our minds on the supreme power, the more goods we will receive. Now that sounds like a heck of a bargain to me. He's saying all you got to do is be grateful. Okay, that's a no-brainer. Okay. He says, the reason this is simply that the mental attitude of gratitude draws the mind into closer touch with the source from which the blessings come. So the more grateful we are, the more we remain in the thanksgiving, the more humble we are, the more we honor the source of all of our blessings, we open up the channels to receive more blessings. You see, it is simply a matter of understanding the laws of the universe. We were put here to be representatives of God. We were put here to be exemplars, to be examples. We should recognize and be seen as being the most grateful people of all black folks on this planet. When we consider all that we have gone through, when we consider that God came to us, when we consider the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, when we consider the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, when we consider all that we have done and stood in the face of all of our enemies, tell me who can be more grateful than us. But brother, I only have a few moments. I don't want to get carried away. The next class is this Tuesday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 5 p.m. Pacific Time. We will proceed with chapter number 6. Now, in chapter number 6, we will emphasize what also came up this evening, this whole concept about competition. We're not to compete, we are to create. See, competition is an enemy in a process that has been inculcated in the devil's society to take in order to have. We give. We follow the laws of Allah. We protect that which we need to. We defend ourselves. But Wallace D. Wattles says very simply, when it comes to competition, and I got over there in number, okay, he says, when you rise from the competitive to the creative plane, meaning the plane, the dimension, when you rise from the competitive to the creative plane, you can look at your business transactions very strictly. And if you see that you are selling a person anything that does not add more to his life than the thing he gives you in exchange, you shouldn't do it. You should always give more in use value than money value. Let me give you a perfect example of that. A book. A book might cost you $10, $15, $5, $10, $15, $20, but that book can be worth $1 million. That's more in use value than cost value. Perfect example. A consultation with either of you illustrious brothers. You're giving it away free, and even if you charged, which you're entitled to. But in a 15, 20, let's say an hour, let's say it was $200 like some of our other counterparts do. And it's an idea that comes out there that's worth $200,000, $300,000. Was that money well spent? We talk about the mind control. We talk about when they control our mind, they control our wealth. If they do that, it ain't no if. That's why when they come time to strike the check, like you talked about, that's why people start getting freaky on you. They start going into a moment of insanity. They don't know what to do because now they're afraid. The devil has put fear in them. Fear to wake up and to do something for themselves. And by the help of God, we're breaking all of that up. Right here and right now. From this moment on. Because there is no fear with Allah within us. There is no fear. You bow down to your fear or you bow down to God. I want to see who you're standing with. Thank you, brothers, for this few moments.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Woo. Let the church say amen, like Brother Jesse say. Welcome to BWE Sanctified. Brother Asaad, man, I'm not qualified to even respond to that, Brother Asaad. What you got to say about it? I take your professional response.
Wow.
That's your professional response, Brother Asaad? That's your professional.
Brother, I've got this. This is after, many hours of training, tens of thousands of dollars of coaching and seminars that I've attended, books I've read. Wow.
And say it backwards.
Wow. And slow it down. Powerful, brother. Powerful. I mean, that helped me so much. That helped me just, I'm on a gratitude campaign, Brother Michael Carlos, and I just want to say that right there assisted me greatly, brother. That assisted me greatly in something. You touched something right there. I praise be to Allah.
Thank you, brother. Yes, sir.
Praise be to Allah. Yeah, that was powerful. Let us thank Brother Michael, Carlos, brothers and sisters. Go ahead and give him a virtual applause there in a private, elusive, exclusive Facebook group. We're applauding him for allowing Allah to use him. We're applauding him to submit his will to let Allah use him to deliver that message. Brother and sister, let me tell you something. And brother Michael, we can get into this a little bit later as we prepare for our brother Rodney Asaad. Allah is so vast. His greatness is so bountiful. See, we think it only can dwell in a few people and those that we see on TV, but I just experienced the greatness of Allah that is found in our brother Michael Carlos Muhammad. I mean, brothers and sisters, if that's what he's been sharing with us, because I haven't been on it, but if that's what he's been sharing with you all on Tuesday nights, why would you want it to ever end? Why would you want it to ever end? There's some things, brothers and sisters, you need to commit for the rest of your life. You need to commit for the rest of your life. You commit to breathing for the rest of your life. You commit to eating for the rest of your life. Why not commit to personal development? Why not commit to releasing Satan from over your mind, from over your thinking. And the beautiful thing about this platform, brothers, I don't know of any, Brother Asaad, I don't know of any platform for the Nation of Islam, followers of Farrakhan, to talk about wealth from our perspective. All right? To marriage the best of what society has and to marriage it and combine it with the teachings of the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad. Brothers and sisters, that's what you're experiencing right here. That's what you're experiencing right here, right now. That's what you just experienced from our brother Michael Carlos Muhammad. Brothers and sisters, if you like what you heard, brother will be posting tomorrow. He will post the time and the call-in number and the PIN number and everything. I'll make sure that as soon as I get it from him, I'll accept it so he can go into the private, elusive, exclusive Facebook group. And if you haven't been on it, get on it. I'm going to get on it. After that, Brother Asaad, I'm going to get on it. I was looking for my book right while he was talking, man. I was like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, he got that out the book? You know? So, brothers and sisters, if you have not been on that call, you need to get on it this Tuesday. So make sure you come to the private, elusive, exclusive Facebook group. Make sure you come there and make sure you see and you write down and you set your phone alarm. You be prepared to get on. You be prepared to get on. But I tell you, Brother Asaad, that was so powerful. Let's go to the private, elusive, exclusive Facebook group and let's see who's shouting out there in the pews.
Man, we got a lot of amens. Man, that was worthy of a little choir action right there. I felt we got a little organ. We'd have got some organ grind and everything. That was powerful, brother. And Andrew Barry just put in, Brother Michael Carl, got some hand claps, was teaching hard. He was passionate about it. That's what it's about, having passion, brother.
Oh, man.
You have to have passion. And Sister Brandy said, thank you again, Brother Michael Carlos, and thank you for your words tonight. Really resonating with people. It's a powerful thing. See, this is what happens when you in the Christian church, we say you let go and let God. That's how we say it in church, you know. And so, you know, you just kind of just being, Brother Michael is standing in his beingness. He is being exactly who Allah created him to be. And so that passion is authenticity, is what you're seeing, just authenticity. We know it is passion, but when somebody's authentically themselves, they talk like that, they communicate like that, and they're excited about what they're saying. So that's what you're seeing, brothers and sisters. And Brother Munikai just said, he just said, thank you, Brother Mike Carlos. He put the super duper wow in there. He said he summed it up. So he said he feels recharged. And Sister Cheryl put a hallelujah in there. That's what I'm talking about. And Sister Brandy, of course, Sister Mavis put in, you can bow down to your fear or bow down to Allah. So you got a choice.
Ooh, that was powerful right there. That was powerful. Woo. That's a breakthrough nugget right there, Brother Asaad. Man.
Woo. You could just spend some time on that. So that's a moment where you want to take it and say, okay, let me just, go sit on the couch and just spend some time with that. You just want to spend some time with that. It's something you want to spend time in. And so,
that sound like a good presentation for an inspirational speaker.
I'm just saying, right there. Woo, man. Yes, and I just want to say that's where I got the idea from. Is from the Science of Getting Rich, and it's always stayed with me all these years. I'm more creative. I don't compete with anybody in any industry I'm in. Just like with a couple of businesses I have, I don't worry about anybody else and what they're doing. I know I'm going to be more creative than the next person. That's the difference. That's what's going to separate me from everybody else doing it. I'm going to be more creative. I'm going to be the Steve Jobs of the game. You're going to be chasing behind me. I don't mind. I was thinking today, I said, people say somebody copying you is flattery. It's a serious form of flattery or whatever like that. I call that's the quickest way to get broke, is to be chasing behind somebody else. He says, so, when Apple came out with an iPod, everybody else said, me too. And then they came out with an iPad, and everybody else said, me too. And so if you want to be a me too, then you continue to be two, but you'll never be number one. That's right. Not with a me too attitude.
Well, I tell you what, brother, I bought a book recently. It just came through the mail from Amazon.com, And I tell you, it's called Ocean Blue Strategy. Ocean Blue Strategy. And that book was produced or printed by Harvard Business School. Hint, hint, Harvard Business School. And it was written, I think, in 2009. And I forgot the name. I have it in my car. I should have brought it in and didn't think about it. I'll show you next week. But that's what it's about. It's about the red ocean is competition. Red representing blood is competition, competing, stealing market share, and all that kind of. She said the blue ocean is where you create something totally different where there are no competitors. And they talk about, I think, Apple in that book. So, brothers and sisters, see, I'm telling you, brothers and sisters, you got a jewel right here. You're getting nuggets that people spend thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars to get. You're getting information here that they teach at Harvard Business School. Even if we smart enough to go, a lot of us don't have the money to go. But you're getting it right here, brothers, on BWE Live, brothers and sisters. That's what this platform is about. We're pulling back the curtain. We tell them the secret. We like Farrakhan. We tell them what the enemy don't want us to know, don't want the masses to know. We tell them we following our Father's footsteps, but it's just as far as it deals with wealth and finances. We telling it. We telling it. We telling you, but you got to use it, brothers and sisters. You got to use it. You got to use it. So with that being said, it's time to participate again. All right, it's time to get y'all active again. We're getting ready for our Courage Coach. We're getting ready. So here, let's pay it forward, brothers and sisters. Let's pay it forward. Hit that tab right above. You know what tab it is. It's that Facebook share tab. Go ahead and do it right now. That's going to the, man, we about to let the whole world know. The brother Rodney Asaad, the Courage Coach, is coming up. We're about to let them know. Let them know. Put them on notice. All right? So if they miss it, it's on them. Hashtag BWE Hangout. Facebook share. Hashtag BWE Hangout. All together. Space. Rodney Asaad, the Courage Coach, is up next. Rodney Asaad, the Courage Coach, is up next. Put that in your share, Facebook share, hashtag BW Hangout Space. Rodney Asaad, the Courage Coach, is up next. Submit, comment, do the same thing for Twitter. Do that right now, brothers and sisters. Do that right now. Pay it forward. An act of kindness towards someone else and not looking for anything in return. That's what angels do. Angels come and bless with a message, and they leave. They don't stay around for aggrandizement. They don't stand around for recognition. They come, they do the work that they were assigned to do, and they move on. All right? So Facebook share, hashtag BW Hangout Space. Rodney Asaad, the Courage Coach, is up next. The Courage Coach is up next. Go ahead and do that in Facebook share. Do that in Twitter. Do that right now because he's coming up here in a couple of moments. So with that being said, I think, brother, we're going to move right along. And once again, if you're just joining us, if you're just showing up, better late than never, but be on time next time because you've missed a lot. You missed a lot. 80% of success many times is just showing up. But you have to show up on time. So welcome. My name is Daryl Muhammad, coming to you live from Houston, Texas, Mosque number 45. And if you haven't done it yet, brothers and sisters, you go ahead and introduce yourself in the private, elusive, exclusive Facebook group. All right, if you don't know how to get there, click on the link below. Go to Facebook, put Black Wealth Empowerment, join us, but put in your name. Introduce yourself. Introduce yourself. And even if you've been here every 20 broadcasts, every time you come into the room, you introduce yourself. All right? So if you were here last week, you coming back, you just showing up, give us your name. What city? What mosque? What's your business? A domain name, your website, whatever it is, a flyer, whatever it is. If you haven't done that yet, you want to do that every time you step into the exclusive, the private, elusive, exclusive Facebook group. That's how we know you're here. Knock 3 times. We'll look through the sliding door. All right? Show your membership card and come on in. But we have to know you're here. But since don't make yourself known, because we getting them flies. We swatting those flies, brother. No more flies on the wall.
That's right.
Can't build no nation being a fly on the wall.
That's
That's what scared folks do. And brother just told us you don't bow down. You're either going to bow down to your fears or you're going to bow down to the God. He said he want to see.
Come on.
He said he want to see. Brother Michael Carlos want to see who we going to bow down to. Good God, that's who he threw. I think he left, bro. I think, look, he's gone, brother. So he threw down the mic after that.
Drop the mic and watch it smoke.
Brother Michael threw down the mic and walked off the stage. Praise be to Allah. Praise be to Allah. So, brothers and sisters, get ready. Get ready. Remember, you want to write down your notes and then type them into the private, elusive, exclusive Facebook group. You learned last week that your hands are a digital recorder for your mind. Your hands are a digital recorder for your mind. Put that in the private, elusive, exclusive Facebook group right now. Your hands are a digital recorder for the mind. And let me show you the wisdom behind that. You know what the wisdom behind that is? You and I wrote our letter, our Savior's letter. Wrote it. Not in our handwriting. We wrote it in the handwriting of the most honorable Elijah Muhammad, because our hands are a digital recorder for our mind. So get ready, brothers and sisters. Coming up right now is our brother. Coming up right now is your brother. Coming up right now is one of the jewels in the crowns of Allah. This brother is always on the road. He's always touching people. That's what we're here to do. But this brother does that for a living. He enjoys going out and touching people. And it doesn't matter who they are. It doesn't matter their race, their religion, their orientation. He's touching people, brothers and sisters. He's our very own. All right? I mean, he's our very own. So he gives us this as a gift to us. He gives us this because he loves those who love who he loves. And those are us, the believers of the Nation of Islam. This brother has been with Jerry Clark. He's been with all the big name speakers, the trainers, those who train speakers. He has personal relationship with them. Brothers and sisters, this is the closest that you're going to come to having the best that the best can offer. And like I said, he's going to give it to you from the perspective of the Nation of Islam. And see, the beautiful thing about it is, brothers and sisters, he doesn't have to hold anything back. When he's in front of those other groups, he got to hold back. He can't say Master Farad Muhammad. He can't say the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, exalted Christ. But here, just like with Brother Michael, just like with myself, just like with Brother Jesse, we can just let it all hang out. We can just let Allah use us to the fullest without any consideration, because we are talking with family. He is known by us as Brother Rodney Asaad Muhammad, but he's known by the masses as the Courage Coach. So with that being said, brothers and sisters, get ready, because here he is, our brother, your brother, Rodney Asaad Muhammad, the Courage Coach. Take it away, Coach. Take it away.
There we go.
I think you're on mute.
I did a, hey, listen, I have to represent my brother Jesse, properly. I was supposed to say that. Yes, sir. Assalamu alaikum, everybody. I want to thank each and every person that's watching the live Google Hangout, those who have been participating in the private, elusive, exclusive Facebook group. I am Rodney Asaad Muhammad, your courage coach, your brother, your friend, your comrade in the struggle for liberation and upliftment of oppressed people globally, but specifically and more targeted to our people. And so I want to thank each and every one of you for being on this live Google Hangout. When Brother Daryl asked me to come on for today, I wanted to share something with you all that I had, some jewels I had gleaned. Maybe it's been almost 9 years ago, 8 or 9 years ago, I gleaned these jewels. And they were life transformational. There are actually 10 steps or 10 tips. But what I wanted to do is I wanted to condense it down and give you 7 of the 10, and then come back, inshallah, and give you the other 3 another time in a part 2 of this, because those 3 deserve a lot more time and attention for you. But I wanted to give you the ones that will give you the most benefit today, that you can start moving in a certain direction to give you some results right now as it stands. And so I'm glad you're all on the call. Now, we're talking about 7 mental tips for success. Now, you have to determine what success is for yourself. I can't give you that. Nobody can ever give you what success looks like. For me, success is entire submission to the will of Allah, becoming one with my Creator. That's success for me, being complete and absolute submission to His will, to where I am like the angels as we read them in the Bible stories, where you don't know the difference between right and wrong. All you know is thus saith the Lord. That's what was the difference between the angel and the man or mankind that was created. Mankind was created with a choice, where the angel was created to simply obey. And so you want to be in a position to where I am in complete submission to Allah's will, similar to our brother. You know who I'm talking about, the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, to where you see him speak. He's not speaking of himself. Louis Farrakhan, Louis Walcott died in 1955. Let me say that. Louis Walcott died in 1955. Louis Farrakhan is no longer who you think he is. I mean, you see him, we call him the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, but he is no longer that other person, that other fella he used to be that some came to know back in the 60s and the 70s and the 80s, and some of us in the 90s and early 2000s. This brother has totally been consumed by his teacher and Master Asaad Muhammad. He is no longer speaking of himself. So when he speaks, you're hearing the voice of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad and Master Asaad Muhammad. I believe I can safely say that. And so that's success for me. Now you have to determine what success is for you. So what I want to do is I want to share my screen right now with you all, and I want to actually I got a little presentation. I want you to see this, because there's some visuals I want you to get with this as well. So we're going to share the screen right now. Now the first tip, the first mental tip, and you want to make sure you jot these down in our private elusive exclusive group. The first tip is value, the law of value. You have to determine your value in the marketplace. You have to determine your value in the marketplace. See, our value and our skill determines our place in the marketplace. Your skills, your know-how, what you have to offer determines your value in the marketplace. But here's the thing I want you to really, really hone in on. Is it what you think you know that determines the value, or what the people need that determines the value? I'm going to say it again. Is it what you think you know that determines the value, or what the people actually need that determines the value? See, the mistake that many business owners, entrepreneurs, people even in religious organizations, social groups and whatnot, we have sometimes the erroneous thinking that we know what the people want. Well, we're in the Nation of Islam, and we have a supreme wisdom book, and we were taught certain things. And we were taught that we write history in advance, 25,000 years in advance to be exact. And how did they write the history? How did the scientists write the history? Well, they looked into the thinking of the people to determine what the people see. If you look at the thinking of the people, you'll know that, Patsy, your thinking determines what you will do, how you will act, where you will go and not go. And that's how easy it is. It's really not a heavy thing to do. Just look at how people think. You can determine where they'll end up in life. And so here's the thing. If you think you know what the people want and you've never asked them what they want, you're making a very, very serious error. Because what you're going to do is you're going to give them something that you think they want. Then when they don't buy your product, don't support your business, then you're mad and frustrated. And then you say all these things we say, black people, we don't support one another. Well, maybe your business model is whack and you didn't think about or talk about or do some market testing or some polling to find out what the people are asking for. If the people are not calling for that product, who are you to think that you just going to make them buy it? I don't want an iPod, right? Especially if that's gone. If that time is gone. Okay, so you want to sell Walkmans now. Okay, let's go there. Let's say you want to sell Walkmans now. I'm going to sell Walkmans. And nobody want to buy and you're mad and frustrated because nobody wants to buy your Walkman. Well, that day is long gone. If you're not asking what the people want now and trying to future cast and find out what they're going to want next. You're always going to be chasing behind old trends, dead models, and the like. You have to determine your value in the marketplace, and that value is determined by the needs of the people. What the people call for is what we give them, not the other way around. You don't give them what you think they need. All right? So the first law is the law of value. The first tip is the law of value. You have to determine your value in the marketplace, and that's determined by your skills, and your skills have to line up with what the needs of the people are. Now, the second, oh my goodness, the second tip is the law of excuses, or the tips of excuses. Woo-wee. Excuses and circumstances, I like to say, brothers and sisters, excuses and circumstances. Here's a powerful, powerful thing. I want everybody listening right now to jot this down, put this in the private, elusive, exclusive Facebook group, and I'll say it slow so you can really get this in. Don't live in your excuses, live in where you are going. I'll say it again. Don't live in your excuses, live in where you are going. You know, I've learned several years back that excuses are tools of incompetence used to build monuments of nothingness, and those that use them rarely amount to much.
Wow.
Right? I mean, come on. Excuses, I'll tell you this. I'll share this tip with you all. My older children, anytime they got into something, did something, something went on or whatever, and they had to stand before me, and I would always preface the conversation before anything starts. I says, here's the thing. If it's an excuse, I don't want to hear it. If you got a reason, then we can talk. Again, if you got an excuse, I don't want to hear it. If you have a reason, then we can talk. Now, excuses start with somebody else's name or an inanimate object. An excuse starts with somebody else's name or some inanimate object. So if you're late to a meeting and somebody says, why are you late? You say, well, my cousin, that's an excuse. Well, my child didn't get, that's an excuse. Well, whatever, my car wouldn't, that's an excuse. That's all it is. But if it starts with I didn't, oh, there we go. Now we in the reason mode now. I didn't get up on time. I didn't think it was important to get here on time. I didn't see the need to get my oil changed in my car in the scheduled time, so it broke down. Just own it. So one of the tips is, you know, excuses and circumstances. You cannot live in your excuses. You have to live in where you want to go. If you want to be successful people don't make excuses. The most honorable Elijah Muhammad, the exalted Christ, the eternal leader of the nation of Islam, says the white man makes no excuses for his failures. Hello, somebody. Makes no excuses.
Hello.
Works in a collective manner. You know, and so you want to don't make excuses. Just learn from what happened and keep moving on. Say, hey, I didn't have the requisite knowledge in order to foresee that problem coming up. But just own it. Say, I didn't know what I needed to know. That's not an excuse. That's called learning. And so the second tip is the tip of excuses, or the law of excuses and circumstances. Don't live in them. So if you see on the screen right now, if it's important to you, you will find a way. If not, you'll find an excuse. My mom and them, my cousin them, or somebody else didn't. Well, I didn't get hugged. I always get this example in my classes. I said, my mama didn't hug me a lot when I was little, and I don't know my daddy. That's not an excuse. But it sounds good when you tell it to somebody in your story, because most people will take that. I don't take excuses, brothers and sisters. I'll tell you right now, anybody that knows me, interacts with me, I don't take excuses at all, and I don't give them either. I'll tell you straight up. If I didn't want to do something, I just didn't do it because I didn't feel like doing it. There it is. And because I ain't scared of nothing like that, but Allah. So you know, me telling you, you know, the truth don't mean nothing to me, right? And so that's the thing. So that's where we are. So let's go to the third tip. We got to go to the third tip right now. The third tip is following the directions, brothers and sisters. If you want to be successful, you got to know how to follow directions. I know it sounds so simple, doesn't it? Follow directions. Now we're in the Nation of Islam. Now that's like Nation of Islam 101. We've been taught to submit from the very first moment. As soon as you first hit the dough, you got to learn how to submit. That's just it's really an exercise in submission. Your whole time in the Nation of Islam is an exercise in submission. I know it's hard. I know it can be rough sometimes, but that's what it's about. It's teaching us to submit. to submit, because we can't submit to one another. I know you're not going to be able to submit to Allah, and the person of Master Farad Muhammad is Christ in their reminder. Come on. We kidding ourselves. I'll be tricking myself if I think I would. Come on. If my brother or sister can't say, or I don't care if it's a child, if they tell me don't cross the light against, don't cross the street against the light, and I'm like, what do you think? See, now you got a problem. You're going to get ran over, and you know you can't submit to God. Just go ahead and chop it up. And so this third tip is following directions. And here's one thing I want you to make sure you write this down, brothers and sisters. I'm trying to give you some extra little jewels in this. You cannot follow directions and keep your opinions. Oh, I'm gonna say it again. You cannot follow directions and keep your opinions. If your coach, your mentor, your leader, your teacher, your guide, whoever it is, your mama, your daddy, I don't care who it is, your husband or your wife, if they tell you something that's good and right for you, and it's the best thing for you at that moment, it's the best thing to do. You cannot follow directions and keep your opinions. So if the Honorable Louis Farrakhan says, go get audited, and you got an opinion about auditing, well, we already know you're not going to follow. You can't follow the direction. Well, I have an opinion about L. Ron Hubbard and all the other stuff. Okay, then we already know where you at with that. But you cannot keep your opinions and follow directions at the same time. It doesn't work. Just like your GPS. See, you plug it in, the address, boom, boom, boom. And Farrakhan is a God positioning system. See, Farrakhan is a GPS, a God positioning system. And he shows you the directions. He's got the map is there. It says turn left, turn right. Wherever he says go, go. Where he says stay from, stay from. GPS, the God positioning system. So he's giving us directions, but you see it says turn left. He says turn left, but you say, well, I used to turn right. Well, there you go. There you go. Just like your GPS in your car, brothers and sisters. If it's telling you to turn left or hazard ahead, make a U-turn, and you say, well, I always go that direction. And I know this street. Well, you're going to have a problem. You're going to have a problem. At some point, you're going to have a problem. All right, so that third tip is following directions. You cannot follow directions and keep your opinions. The fourth tip, brothers and sisters, is the tip or the law of desire. And if you see the screen right now, brothers, oh my goodness. Now I'm going to go to Muhammad Ali, our brother Muhammad Ali. He said, champions aren't made in gyms. Champions are made from something they have deep inside them, a desire, a dream, a vision. They have to have the skill and the will, but the will must be stronger than the skill. You don't have to be good at it on the top end. You just got to be, like our brother Les Brown said, you got to be hungry. Or in the words of our brother Puff Daddy say, can't stop, won't stop. And it don't stop. But Jay-Z said, I will not lose. That's his mantra. It's been that way since his first album. I will not lose. He says it on all of them. Almost every track you hear him say, I will not lose. See, but you got to have that in you, the will to win, the will to survive. See, wealthy people, I've been watching this at the recommendation of one of our believers, the Men Who Made America series. And I'm watching that, and those wealthy men that they were chronicling, they weren't concerned about money. They were concerned about winning. It was about winning, not money. It was about winning. I want to beat you at this. I want to be better than your company at this. I want to be greater than you at this. And so it was the competition of the challenge of getting to that market first, getting to the people first, or whatever it is. So you have to have the will. You might not know every part of it, but you got to have something inside you that says, I'm going after this. I don't care what. I'll fail my way up then. But I'll be darned if I sit on the couch and wait. So if you see the image to your left, you see the dolphin there? Here's the tip for you in this now. Never settle for a meal and some praise. I'll say it again. Never settle for a meal and some praise. See, most people, most of us are happy with a little fish in your mouth and a pat on your head and you jump through the little hoop. And you okay with that?
Wow.
That they give you a trinket and a pat on the head and you jump through the hoop. Well, I'll share this with you all. I say this in a lot of my talks. I tell people in the office that when I used to work for a living, I'll say it again. When I used to work for a living, when I worked in the office, and the director of IT, when I did IT stuff, he would say, thank you. I said, oh, you don't have to thank me. I get paid for this. I said, because if y'all stop handing out paychecks, I will stop showing up. Oh, I know why I'm there. I'm there to earn a ridiculous income for doing what I do, providing the highest quality service, because they can't pay me enough. So every time I got a raise and promotion, I got a raise and promotion. I got a raise every year I worked at a company for 10 years. I got a raise every year. Every year. But I'll share them strategies with you at another time on how to get that raise for those of you that work for a company or organization. And I'm telling you, there's a secret to that thing. But I'll tell you this, you know, every time they gave me a little raise or something like that, I would always do this. I would always say, hey, you know what, you're doing the best you can. Every time they give me a raise, I say, well, Rodney, we're going to give you an increase in salary. I say, oh, you know what, I know you're doing the best you can. It's okay. And they always, the first response would be like, oh, well, you know what, well, next review, you know, we'll try to, you know, no, you don't have to explain. I understand you're doing the best you can. Because here's the secret, brothers and sisters. There is no number large enough to buy you. You have to know that. You can't give me enough money. They don't print enough of it for me to take care of all the things I want to take care of globally. It's not enough. So it's nothing you can offer me to buy me. So there's no amount of money. Maybe $1 million, $1 billion. I mean, oh, that get us started, but that ain't, you know, that may be a start to get us moving in the right direction. We got a lot of farmland to buy, a lot of equipment, a lot of people to pay. There's a lot to be done, and a few billion ain't gonna cut it. So don't settle for a meal and some praise. You're not a dolphin doing tricks. You got to know your value, and your value is not determined by money, but you got to know what that value really is. All right, so the law of desire, you got to have something in you that says, I'm worth more, I'm more valuable than that. All right, now the next tip, brothers and sisters, is the law or the tip of sowing and reaping. The tip or law of sowing and reaping. You cannot reap where you have not sown. See, some of us still believe in a mystery God. Some of us believe in magic, hocus pocus, incantations. You do know, and I know, and I'm probably a little different in this, and maybe some of our family is that we say pray on it. That does something inside my soul when we just say it like that, because that's very churchy, and just pray on it. I understand the concept, but you might want to do on it too. You might want to act on it as well. I'm just saying. Because faith without works is dead, and prayer without action is of no accord. I mean, you come on, you got to be some action. Some doctor might have to do an operation on somebody in order to bring them back into a wellness. I mean, there may be something, but just. These are not magic prayers, not some magical incantation. So when we're talking about wealth creation, or even accumulating resources, you can't just pray and hope it's going to show up. Will you sit and wait for that mystery God to bring you bread? Say, no, we have searched for that mystery God for trillions of years and have not found him. We have determined there is no mystery God. Right? The only God is the black man of Asia. That's it. You. So you got to get up and go to work. So you cannot reap where you have not sown. So if you're trying to get wealth and you've not put forth the giver's economy principle, where you've sown seeds of goodness into the lives, seeds of righteousness in the lives of other people, how are you going to extract out? The Quran says about our spouses, send some, for us as men, send some good from before yourselves. So you can't go into your tilth. You can't go into your earth if you're a 5%er. You can't go into her and extract anything out if you ain't put nothing in. So it is in business. So it is in just every avenue of life. You're going to get out of it what you put into it. So it is in the Nation of Islam. If you find yourself as some disgruntled employee of the Nation of Islam, then you only got out of it what you done put in. You ain't put in nothing. So you think being a pew sitter, magically stuff's supposed to happen for you and come to you, and the student minister's supposed to just give you stuff, and the captain's supposed to just do this. Come on, stop that. You got to put in some work. Do something of value that the marketplace wants. Serve the believers. Serve the community. And then nothing in the world can stop you. The Alma Louis Farrakhan is a servant. He is our servant. That's why he is where he is, like he is. That's why some of us will do anything for that man, because he has served us. Is the recompense or the response of faithful service. And so that's the law of sowing and reaping, brothers and sisters. You cannot reap where you have not sown. Don't expect to get something out of some place you didn't put something into. Next tip is the law or the tip of ego. Ooh, I learned very early in my time in the Nation of Islam as a young believer that ego meant easing God out. Easing God out, you know. And so I want you to write this down too, brothers and sisters. I want you to weigh your ego against your goals. Again, I want you to weigh your ego against your goals. Because whatever's the most heavy, that's what you're going to have. So if you got a big ego, this bigger than life persona, you huffy puffy, you so it, that most people are like that, are suffering, struggling, and have to ride off to suck the blood of the poor. 10% all day long. Usually you find somebody that's got a big ego, they are real, that's where you find your 10% of that. The slave makers of the poor. They got to teach you a lie because they really don't have no substance. So I got to give you a lie to trick you into feeding me, who won't have nothing to offer you. That's the only way I can survive, is suck your blood by teaching the poor lies. Well, here's the thing. Whenever the I is on the throne, brothers and sisters, that's ego. When the I is on the throne. That's why the Quran says, and we, and us, and we. Because Allah, subhanahu wa ta'ala, is not ego. Black man is God. That's male and female. We are God. Well, if you God, you can't have an ego. Because you say, and we are doing the lower heaven with stars. And we, look what we did. Even in your homes, brothers and sisters, your family, in your business, you should say, and we did. Even if you were the only person standing there, you took the truth. Yeah, fine, yeah, we bought the house. Even if you the only person was doing all the work, signing the mortgage and all that stuff and everything, we did this. Because you're not alone. You ain't on a planet by yourself, and you didn't come to birth solo. It wasn't no immaculate conception for you. You know that ain't right. So go ahead and just say we. This is what we did. Look what we did. Even if you was the only person doing all the work, it's still we, because you were doing it for other people. Unless it was ego. So keep that in mind. Whenever the eye's on the throne, that's ego. And if your motive ends in ego, it will result in failure. I'm going to say it again. If your motive ends in ego, it will result in failure. So if you're failing, check your ego. Next tip. Next mental strategy for success, tip for success. This is beautiful stuff. I'm just loving this. This is good stuff. I just been wanting to share this with the believers. You know, you got to take action. I keep saying that because that's the number one thing I find that separates the successful from the not so successful, the haves from the have-nots, the 85 from the 5, if you will. You take action. There is something that we can do. There's something that we can do. We got to learn how to do things now, brothers and sisters. You got to get into the who cares mentality. Who cares? Say, why do you care if they care? You know the infamous they. You know those they, the they. You know what I'm talking about, they, them. Why do you care if they care? And who told you that their opinion even matters? You know the them and the they. that's been keeping you in your mind, keeping you from going after your dreams, living a life you want to live, doing the things you want to do? Yeah, you probably wanted to go to school. Yeah, you want to start a business. Yeah, you wanted to maybe move to a different city or state, or maybe in a different country. I don't know. Maybe, yeah, you want to do something. I mean, I want to get married or something like that. Come on, something you want to do. But this the them and the they that's been holding you hostage in your mind. Why do you even care what they think? And who told you that their opinion or their care of what you do even matters or will even contribute to your success? I'll say it again. Who even told you that what they even think about what you do or what you're going to do will even alter your success ratios? See, when I moved to Phoenix, Arizona, I didn't ask anybody. I didn't ask nobody's permission. I didn't say, is it okay? I didn't check with my mama and them. Nobody. I didn't make no phone calls. I didn't make another phone call. None. I decided, you know what? I'm going to move. I was leaving I was out of California, so I'm going to move. I didn't check with my children either. I love my babies. I know I do. Man, I love my mama greatly. Would love to be right there with her. Absolutely. To have that time with my mother. She's older. I would love to be there. But, you know, I realized very early on that this is my journey. This is my life. And my mother taught me that you got to live your life. And so I moved. But I didn't consult with anybody. I got a travel letter and I moved. Or a transfer letter and I moved. Now, I didn't worry about, you know, what somebody was going to think. I didn't even check. My little brother had a problem with it. He said, well, you know, why he move? Well, I figured, well, you know, my mother told him, what business is it of yours? So, brothers and sisters, you got to learn to take action and not care what the naysayers or any people with opinions might think or say about what you want to do in your life. You got to go after it now. Take actions. Don't wait till tomorrow, the next day. Do a little bit of something today and just go all in. Because here's something, the last point I'll make of this, you only got one life to live and you living it right now. You don't get no free replays, ain't no extra man or woman. You don't get to put another quarter in the machine. When it's done, it's done. And at the end of it all, you want to be able to say at the end of it all, I'm glad I did, instead of I wish I should have or I wish I did. I want to say I'm glad I did. I don't care. I'll make a trillion mistakes, but I'll be darned if I die on the couch having done nothing, leaving a good-looking corpse. So those of you who fault those of us who make mistakes, sometimes errors, and live on the edge, that's all right. You die gracefully doing nothing. But I'm going to go all in, both feet, head first, and make it do what it do. Because I'll tell you one thing, I ain't living life scared. I'm going to live a life in sacredness, which is my truth, which is Allah's truth, because I am Allah's child, and so are you. Brothers and sisters, I thank you all for listening to these 7 mental tips. Remember, we got 3 more we're going to give you later on. Thank you all so much. Assalamu alaikum. Thank you, brother Daryl, for that. Ooh, we get to. I went over time a little bit.
Oh no, that's okay. All right. Yes, sir. Thank you so very much, brother Rodney. All right, did a great job. Yes, sir. The courage coach, giving you the courage to roar. That's what he says. Giving you the courage to roar. But you have to have the 7 mental tips of success. If not, you won't even try to roar. You won't even try to roar. Brothers and sisters, those are simple tips. Those are simple. But you know what I found, brother? I found that the most powerful things are very simple. The most powerful things are very simple. You're looking for something complex and something hard and something that you got to contemplate on and let me go pray on it and all these other things, brother. It's just simple. It is simple. Brother gave us 7 simple tips. 7 tips, mental tips for success. Sister, brother, sister, you got it. You got it, brother, sister. You can just run with that.
That's right.
And before you know, we'll look up and you'll be on top of whatever your dreams are. Don't keep on looking for more. This is it. Let us spend time on step number 7, which is the most important step. And that's to take action. There's something we can do. There is something we can do. We can take action. Anything absence of action is just a dream. Anything absence of action, brothers and sisters, is mystery God. Anything absence of action is lack of faith. So with that being said, let's thank Brother Rodney Asaad. Now it's time for Q&A, question and answers. Questions and answers. Brothers and sisters, we have to learn. See, we as black people, we've been so totally destroyed. We literally have to learn everything. Remember, Mr. Farrakhan taught us that Booker T. Washington at Tuskegee Institute had to teach the people how to eat. Had to teach us how to eat. I heard in the nation that we had to be taught how to use the restroom.
That's right.
Right? What hand to use and stuff like that. So, brothers and sisters, we have to learn. This platform is here to teach all of us. What do you do when you have free access to a coach? You ask questions. Simply, we have to learn how to ask questions. We are so in need of learning. We have to get in the habit week after week, come on these broadcasts and say, let me think of something. I got to think of something to question. I got to think of something to ask the brother. I got to think of something to ask him. And see, then that becomes a process. That becomes a learning process. So we can just learn how to ask questions. So with that being said, brothers and sisters, let's spend the next 5 minutes, because I have another program I got to get on, and we have things to do, and you have action to take from these 7 tips. So with that being said, any questions, put them in the private, elusive, exclusive Facebook group. Put them in right now. Let's spend about the next 5 minutes looking at these questions.
Right.
Let me see my phone here.
Yes,
Let's see. My phone kind of dying, but we're going to see if we could, as you say, make it do what it do. See if there's some questions, brothers and sisters.
Come on, brothers and sisters. That's what it's about.
Right.
And I'll tell you this, Brother Daryl, for us in the Nation of Islam, we were given what we were given from Master Farad Muhammad. It's very specific medicine, and if we were taught about how the original creator created himself in triple darkness, and remember, he went to war with the darkness. He had to take action. Say first chaos, motion, which gives order to some chaos, then you give order to the chaos after that. But going to war with you got to take action, brothers. You got to go war with the darkness in your life, the darkness in our hearts. We have to go to war with this. We can't sit back and just let it fester. That's what I'm just reading out of the Twitter book. And while we're waiting for a question, the Honorable Louis Farrakhan, he says, let me see here. He said, what is the difference? The question was asked in Twitter 2.0. Twitter 2.0. If you don't own this, you are sleeping. You are sleeping. And the question was asked, what is the difference between trial and chastisement? Which is most beneficial? Can you learn from both? And the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan said a trial and chastisement can be beneficial. Trials manifest to us our weaknesses and our strengths. If we correct the manifested weakness, we have benefited. Chastisement is a punishment for something done that has earned it. If the chastisement affects change and makes us forsake the path of error, then we benefit from it. See, it's not about our destruction, it's about our pure. That's why I say hell is meant for purification. See, that's the wisdom of our brother. He's saying that even chastisement can help purify us if we learn the lesson of that trial. So we're looking to see if we have any questions in there. Let me refresh right here. But I definitely want to share that word from our beloved leader, because that's where you want to feed on them words. Because anything you hear me say, if you think I'm smart, I'm the biggest dummy in the world. I'm just smart enough to know who to go look to. I know whose words to regurgitate and what book to turn to. That's what I say. The only thing that makes me smarter than anybody else is that I know what book to turn to, what study guide to read, or what scripture to go look at to get the information.
Right.
I ain't got to be smart, brothers and sisters. Right. I just got to know how to read and do what I'm told. That's the power of it. Yep. You make the dumbest man the smartest person on the planet. That's why
brothers and sisters, put your questions in.
Okay.
Put your questions in right now, brothers and sisters. The private, elusive, exclusive Facebook group. Put your questions in right now. We got about another 2 minutes before we close out. So here's your chance to put your questions before the Courage Coach, Rodney Asaad Muhammad, on the 7 mental tips. What we got there, Brother Rodney?
We got Sister Brandy says, Brother Rodney Asaad Muhammad, what was the best way for you to find your value in the marketplace for your bean pies? Well, Sister Brandy, I'm gonna give you this tip right now. I'm gonna give it up. Hey, ain't no competition. It's about creation. And so,
Right.
the Honorable Louis Farrakhan said about the bean pie wars in Los Angeles, you say, if everybody in the Nation of Islam made bean pies, we wouldn't be able to make enough to serve the people. So let's get out of that mindset. And so, Sister Brandy, I'll tell you, you know what I did? I looked at everybody else's business model and their price points, and we determined that we were going to take the Sam Walton approach to our business. A business with integrity, a business that serves. See, what we did is that we and my business partner determined that any mosque or study group that we were a part of, we would give the mosque the pies for free, as long as they sold it at a certain price point, and 100% of the proceeds had to go to local charity. That was one business model thing. Second thing we did to determine our value in the marketplace is that people were complaining about the cost of the pies. I hear people are selling $10, $12, and $15 pies out there. That is a crime. That is a crime. I sell the pies here in Phoenix, Arizona to the believers, $5 for a large pie. And matter of fact, for the small ones, the small pies, $1 each to the believers. Now, for the public, we say, okay, $2 or whatever, because somebody might be trying to run a business. That's fine. No more than $7 for the large pies, 8 tops. Would I allow any rep to sell those pies? If we find you selling our pies for more than that, we will disconnect you from being a vendor of ours. We don't play that because we don't believe in price gouging. You know, we want the people to be able to afford the product. It's a great product at a price they can afford. That's our business model. So that's how we determined our value in the marketplace. We made sure the price was a price that people could afford, great product, but also we tied service to our business. That was how we did it, sister.
All right, good question. We have a question here, brother, from
That's
Marva Muhammad.
okay. Oh,
What
yeah.
are some of the tools to find out what the people want?
Ooh, some of the tools to find out. Ask them. That ain't too difficult. Just ask them. Start polling. Start looking at what people are calling for. Look at what people are complaining about. That's a great way to find out what people want. Find out what people are complaining about. Listen to the complaints of the people, and then feel the need. Find out what people are saying, I wish somebody would, and that's where the money is. Find out where they're complaining, and then you feel that. That's where it is. So just ask or listen to what people are saying, and they will tell you exactly what it is that they want you to do. That's the thing. And ask your current customers, what could we do better? What would make you do more business with us? Most people are afraid to ask that, so that's the way to do that. It's very simple concepts.
Good question. That's a good question. Yeah.
Okay, let me do this for Sister Mavis. She says, should I make my service fees based on what others are charging for the same services, or should mine be more or less? Well, the marketplace determines that. What are people? And then think about this, though, Sister Mavis. It's also perceived value. It's also perceived value. If you're going to offer more services, you can raise your fees. Don't get caught up in fees, though. Fees are not really the issue. It's really about the service. People will pay what they're going to pay if the service they feel they're getting is commensurate with the fee. So if I think I'm getting the highest quality service, I'm getting Bentley service, then I don't mind paying Bentley prices. But if you want me to pay Bentley prices for Pinto services, then yeah, we got a problem. So I would go the opposite. I would find ways to increase the service I offer, to do things that nobody else is thinking about doing, servicing people in a way nobody's servicing them. Then that justifies even charging the same fees or even higher fees, because people say, well, shoot, that other company don't do that, and I want that. So find out what people want from those other companies, and you offer that. And even if you charge the same, that's fine. I would raise it up a little bit because it changes the quality of the product or service in the minds of the people that are going to be patronizing you. All right, Brother Daryl, I know we out of time, brother. If you all have any questions, just put them in a private, exclusive Facebook group. I'll make sure I still deal with them over the next day or so, because I'm traveling tomorrow, inshallah, to another state.
Here he is on the road again. On the road again. This is the quality of expertise, brothers and sisters, that you're getting here at Black Wealth Empowerment Live for the believers only of the Nation of Islam. You and we are a blessed group to have the experts that we have in such an early stage of our development. Remember, our first broadcast was only June 8th. Only June 8th. Okay? So, brothers and sisters, as we conclude, we want to thank you once again for being here. We want to thank you for participating. We're on our membership drive. Remember, we want quality over quantity. Quality over quantity. Personally reach out to those that you want to invite, other believers. Reach out to them first and then add their name, okay? So they can be looking for the flyer for them to sign up and join the next broadcast. But brothers and sisters, go ahead and implement what brother has shared. And whatever your feedback is, whatever your experience is, put it in the private, elusive, exclusive Facebook group. It's private. Would nobody see it but us? Say, I'm struggling with number 2, brothers. I'm struggling with number 5, brother. Help me with number 6, brother. How can I get off stuck? All right? That's what that group is for, brothers and sisters. So please take advantage of it. Please use it in your life. We're here so you can grow. We're here so you can be wealthy, build wealth for you, your family, but most importantly, our nation. That's what separates us from everybody else. We want full and complete freedom, which includes financial freedom. We want to thank Brother Michael, Carlos, Muhammad. In 5 minutes, had the church shouting and running up and down the aisle because the spirit that Allah has put in him for that message, the message of wealth, the science of getting rich. So may Allah continue to bless him. And brothers and sisters, look for the dates and times of the next call so you can be on it. Bless yourself with participation. Put that in the private, elusive, exclusive Facebook group. Bless yourself with participation. So with that being said, I want to swing it over to Brother Asaad, let him tell you farewell and give you the greetings. And Brother Michael, if you'll come on, let's give the believers the greetings and wish them well, and then I'll close out by giving you the greetings as well. Brother Rodney Asaad.
Yes, sir, Brother Darrell. Thank you. So I'm over here. I'm just in it. I'm in it. Thank you all for watching this. Thank you for being a part of this monumentous exercise, this demonstration that we've been trying to put on for the last 20 weeks and or 20 broadcasts. And I thank you all for just taking the time to be here with me. I'll tell you, it's always humbling to get a chance to come before the people of God, definitely the believers. I don't take it lightly. For me, it produces a level of sadness after I'm done because I don't think I'm worthy to stand before you. I kid you not, brothers and sisters. That's one thing that I struggle with, is that it brings me to a level of sadness every time I do present before the believers, because I don't think anything of myself like that to where I should be in front of you. So I'm trying my best just to get out of me. Like Les Brown told me some years ago, he said, brother, don't die with your gifts in you. He said, die empty. And so I'm just trying to get out of me what's in me without any fear, without any apprehension, no longer running like Jonah from what Allah has put inside of me. So thank you all, brothers and sisters, for being with us. And I love you. Assalamu alaikum.
All right. Well, alaikum salam. I'm going over to Brother Michael, Carlos Muhammad. Go ahead and give us some closing words and greet the people farewell.
Yes, sir, dear family, and Brother Rodney Asaad Muhammad and my dear brother Darrell Muhammad, I'm always humbled to be among you and the believers, and I appreciate so very much all that you all are doing, and I appreciate the believers for being in receptivity. And we must urge them that this is not an intellectual exercise. We have far too long sat in classrooms simply to pass tests. The test here is building wealth for our nation and resurrecting our people and freeing them from economic bondage. I humbly submit myself to this mission, to this work, and I pray to Allah to give me something to give to you. I thank you, my dear beloved brothers and family, for allowing me to be here. Salam alaikum.
Walaikum salam. Walaikum salam. Brothers and sisters, once again, this concludes another beautiful, beautiful broadcast from us, from you, Black Wealth Empowerment Live. That is all of us. BWE, Black, we, Black folks together, we can do anything we want to do, brothers and sisters. So thank you so very much. You've been blessed. We've been blessed by Allah with His Spirit to be with us and to share what He shared with us through every one of you who participated. All right? So until next time, remember, come back to the private, the elusive, exclusive Facebook group, and get the nuggets that you will find there throughout the week. So until next time, remember, as I always say, I won't see you at the top. I should say, I'll see you at the top, not from the top, because you, your family, and our nation deserves your very best. Thank you for being here, brothers and sisters. We'll see you, inshallah, on the next broadcast. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam, sir.